yesterday we worked on like bringing our knees to our chest and collecting the arm here, working here. You can swim inside, or you guys can do that cross sleeve one where you reach over, you swim through, and you're fishing for the far collar grip here. We did a series of submissions. We worked the punch choke, where our fist is inside, like we're actually punching him, and we're finishing here, right? I always tell you guys with these collar chokes, it's not so much of a whole like extension. This bottom hand on the collar, my left hand is closing here as I'm pushing this forward, okay? So right here, right, I have one arm isolated. We have the punch choke where I prefer to be kind of sideways here because it's easier for me to punch kind of straight this way rather than, if I punch here, I'm punching rather than like towards his, the base of his neck. But when I'm sideways, I can punch directly to his carotid artery here. So rather than punching to the base, like right here is more trachea, versus if I can get a little bit linear or like sideways, then I'm on the side of his neck, okay? So we have this option here, we have this choke. We can also too control the wrist. I mentioned too the way I like to control the wrist. I don't like to control it where my hand is facing down. You can go here using this as a pull. Like no gi, in the gi, you guys can grab here, no gi, grab the wrist and start setting up this. But for the triangle setup, I like controlling my palm up, because once I'm here, I can just stuff the hand easier inside this way.
Hey, Sock right here. I'm sorry for interrupting you watching this video. I have great news. You can watch at Atos Jiu-Jitsu on demand right now, 100% free. You go in the weekly series. We have like pretty much courses every week about the techniques that we teach you at Atos headquarters. Go there right now in the description below, click on the link, and then you're gonna go straight forward to our weekly series category. And then right there, you're gonna click and you're gonna watch the first class 100% free, 100% free, okay? And please, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, okay, on our channel. And I appreciate that. Keep watching. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Os.
If you're holding the triangle, then you can start setting it up, bring your knees to your chest here. Same concept applies, but for me, I'm pinning his wrist to the chest. I'd rather have my forefingers over, pushing this way, rather here. Go ahead and defend this a little bit. See, he can go swim towards my thumb. Versus here, it's harder for him. I'm winning the grip battle. So that's where I'll start pinning. And then I can start attacking the triangle here, being heavy with my legs, okay? We work that one. Okay, so we're here. We choke, boom, he blocks the choke. I circle my wrist, and then I start pinning, and then going to here. You guys can as well work the panini armbar. The panini armbar is like more of this thing's the concept of like a panini press. I'm clamping my knees together on his like shoulder and delt. So again, if you guys are in the gi, you have the privilege to control the sleeve. No gi and gi, you can control the wrist. Remember, the material moves, the bones don't. Okay, so just keep that in mind whenever you guys are deciding what you're gonna do. Now, what we did here, we hip escaped out. I start pinching inside like a panini, and I start threatening the straight arm bar here. Okay, I'm using my chest escape, and I'm using my legs to find this nice placement of his elbow. Now, everybody's arm length is gonna be different from the humerus to like the forearm, so it's going to be different on every single person you do it to. But if you can find the cues of having the elbow, you'll feel the condyles of the elbow controlled here, and then you're going to be pinching this knee down. Another way I like to think about it is if you're trying to break a wood in half, you'll put it on a curve and then you'll stomp the middle, right? That's what my kind of like my forearm is doing here, my left arm here. That's what this is doing here. Now we have the defense of him either turning his shoulder in as he did, and then we can still continue to chest escape and start creating or transitioning to the omoplata, and then I can start grabbing the leash, right? Or the other thing too that we worked a little bit is if he's taking his arm out, like this way, okay? Now, I can also too like use this pincher as I chest escape, and I start pinching up, I start attacking the armbar here. Okay, and now as I'm here, see how my left shin is disconnected? I wanted it to be connected to the back of his head. And as I continue to roll to my hip, I scissor my legs here, and then I adjust the armbar. I can swing this leg over this way. You guys can switch it to like an arm saddle position, or just leg over. Or sometimes too, you can finish like this, or if he decides to stand or come back up onto me, right? I have one arm forward and one arm back, so that's the triangle concept we talked about. Now I can start attacking the shoulder, I can start attacking the wrist lock, I can start even adjusting the triangle choke here, okay? The other thing we did too that I showed was when we're here, you guys can use this foot on the bicep to like kind of stretch it away and like kind of use your foot as a grip, right? It's a grip. And then you can use the outside leg to then transfer to his bicep. Now you guys can go triangle, or you continue to go towards the omoplata and start bringing your knees to your chest to start attacking the far arm. Now I could just wrench the arm here, okay? I'm pulling and I'm trying to turn the arm this way, and then I start stretching and then I rotate, okay? Now, me and Mike Perez, we were talking about this last week in the 6 a.m. Is when you guys tap, it has to be like, okay, it's just a tap like that, it's not safe. Because you never know if they're trying to like, we don't know it's necessarily if you're trying to fish for a grip or if you're just tapping. So a nice clear tap for safety reasons is no minimum than 3. Okay, so yeah, this one right here, I'll find the clip for you guys on this arm bar or this shoulder lock. This one here, I'm pulling, right? The match that I saw this happen to was Michelle Nicolini versus Tammy Musumeci at Worlds many years ago. It was one of the grossest things I've ever seen. Rose, were you there for that one?
I think I was.
Yeah. I'll find the clip. I'm gonna share it.
I was also thinking that Sarah.
Sarah did it at in the omoplata. I like to do it where I set up a certain omoplata grip. Let me just do it real quick. I like to do it from here, where I did it to this guy like many years ago when I started my return to like a competition. Is where this outside leg, I shot for this arm here, and then I stretched, and he didn't tap. So I grabbed his wrist and I pulled him this way. So this is kind of what Rose is talking about with Sarah. Like she got this going in omoplata, and you can guys like a wrench this collar and start grabbing the sleeve. If they're flexible, they won't tap. Or I'll try to like stretch out this way, right? But if I can get that arm like this, like they're flying, it's troublesome. No, not at all. So today what I want to work to is, so that was just a review from yesterday. Today, my partner's gonna grab my sleeve, right? And I'm gonna use this. This is just like a tip for you guys to break the grip as well as go for a submission. Now this submission, I believe it was at, I want to say Pans. It was Claudio Calasanz versus Lucas Leite. And then basically Claudio was in my close guard, or Lucas Leite was in Claudio's close guard. And then he did one of these. And then he finished it. Okay. Another person who's good at these wrist locks is Mike Perez. He likes to do it from hand connections, and he goes from here as well. So I like to do this to break the grip and go for submission. Okay. Now it's not always gonna be tight, but I'll show you what my goals are on bottom. So I'll be using his own grip against him. I'll be using this connection here, right? I don't have a grip, but he does, so that still means we're connected. So if he holds this grip right here, hold it. You see how I'm bringing him forward. I don't need to grab his sleeve and pull him forward. I'm using his own will against him, okay? So he's gonna have my same size sleeve, okay? I'm gonna bring his elbow as close as possible to my center line, and I'll start going for like an arm bar almost to bend his elbow here. Now as I do that, I pull my hand, I take out the slack, so I go towards his knuckles and I force his wrist into extension. So I'm going here. Now as I'm here and I get that good bend in his wrist, I can decide to finish this way, or sometimes too I can relieve of this Kimura rear naked choke grip to double down on this hand here. Now when I'm going to this here, I'm not just pressing down on the form. I want to bring his knuckles to his elbow, okay? So I want to do this. I'm not pushing down on the palm of his hand, or like towards the meat of his hand here, because then he's just going to be supported by the structure of his body. I want to break the bone by extending it, and then I put pressure this way. So my partner will be controlling my sleeve, I'll bring it over and I'll start closing this here. Now once I get a good bend, then I can go from the tricep elbow area to my choking hand, and then I can start forcing this extension in his wrist. I'm flexing my wrist, I'm extending his wrist. I'm going here. You have that one, or you can double down and then finish here. Okay? It's like if the wrist lock I showed in side control. Here. Where I'm using his own frame against him. Where like if I'm here, I could trap his wrist with my jaw, and you see his wrist is into extension. Now as I pry this open and I lock this down, his elbow's in a fixed position, so as I'm here, I start bringing his knuckles to his elbow. Okay? If I go, like if I'm here in this position and I try to go upward, see his arm is released. So I have to keep the wrist in this extended position, almost at 90, and then I can use my weight here. Okay? So that's basically the wrist lock. Okay. Any questions from there? Yeah, Rob.
Can you show how you're threading your hands? So you're trapping it and you're threading it through?
Yeah, so if he has my sleeve here, I am pulling, trying to get his hand straight, and then I'm like facing my hand to me. Well, not facing my hand, I'm facing my hand to him like I want to go palm to palm. Like go here. I want to like give him like a high five, like a weird, like I'm passing my hand like this. I'm not going straight, I'm going this way so I can force like this bend. So my hand is going from here. I'm going for like a shallow Kimura grip. So you go here. I'm not going deep like bicep. I may do that just to secure the elbow in place. But to finish the wrist lock, I'm going very shallow here. And then I go here. Yeah. I know you'd like this one, Ron. Okay. Close guard. Again, too, like this is a really, really good way. This is one of my favorite ways to break my partner's grip. I won't always get the wrist lock, but it's a good way for me to win back my control. Because if I let him have if I have more dominant grips here, he's not going to be able to use his hand, right? So go ahead and try it out. So he's going to pull, right? Pull it to your center. Like, see how my elbow's here? I want to bring my hand this way, yeah. And now right here, see how I'm open? He needs to bring his knees to his chest. Now I'm fixed, okay? Now go ahead and tap. Go ahead and do it again. Now take out your left hand and go to double down on the wrist. Yeah, this one is not good. Okay? And it sucks too, because sometimes people are really stingy with this grip and they'll cause themselves more harm than good. Okay, so again, you're bringing it across the body to the center line. As you do that, knee pull. Here. Okay, and now he's securing this arm. Even if he controls my bicep area, even if I let go of this grip, he can start attacking my back. He has the center line here. Even too, if I'm being reckless, he can like pendulum his legs to his right and sweep me this way, because my arm is across the body. Okay? So feel it here, one more time. He goes, and then close. Yeah, right here. Okay, because if I open up, then I'll be able to create space and recover my arm back. But I'm gonna let go. But by the time I let go, look, see where I'm going to let go of your left hand? You see? He's hitting me with that high five. Go ahead. Tap. Okay? He's got it? All right. You can do the series of the overhook trap with a punch choke. You can even hit him with a cross collar choke if you want, right? You can hit him with like one of these guys here, right? But same concept with this one. As I'm here, I'm not pulling and finishing with my right hand. It's my left one. Let's squeeze there. Because this is just applying pressure while the left side is getting closed. The valve is closing. There, same concept. I'm pressuring and I'm closing the valve on the other side. Okay. Another one too, since we're here, is the mirror lock. It's like an Americana from close guard. So basically I'll have his arm here. I feel like this one is a timing thing. Like there's no like proper setup unless having this underhook. Someone who does this really well is Adele. This is her like attack from close guard. This is one I think she did at ADCC, her previous ADCC run, her double gold. She like mirror locked, I don't know who it was. She went here, she goes high, and it takes it, say if I'm here, and he brings his elbow out, right here's that bend. Now I lock this down, bicep to forearm, and then now I have this little Americana here. So this is a mirror lock, MIR. Frank mirror, right? Yeah, Frank mirror. He goes here. Some people go like foot locker and go here, but I like the hand on the chest because it manages the distance here. If she tries to push into me, or he tries to push into me, it's here, right? Here, this is cool because I can get a lot of torque, but then he drives in and then closes the space, which is not bad, right? If David closes the space here, now I have time to get my grips. I can start threatening chokes. I can start threatening panini presses. Start escaping to here. Start attacking arm bars, right? Or two, like if he takes his arm out, right? I have wrist control. I can start attacking the back from here. Okay? He gets my wrist control, sleeve control, and then finish. Okay? Even two, I can start crossing, start climbing my legs to high guard, high close guard, start threatening different submissions. Boom. He takes, I finish the arm bar, he takes out this arm. You have that old school one where you cross over to this side. Boom. He starts pressuring me with this arm. Right? It's fine. I can start clearing things out. Clearing space, I can wrestle up, or you get all cheeky with it. Okay? He's got it. Have fun. 1, 2, 3.